Welcome back to StoneBlock, and it's Wither killing time. It's time to finally get to that stage of the mod pack where you need Nether Stars. I've got a few from our loot bag openers, but no, we're going to need a few more than that. And in order to even build our tier 4 wood farm, which is what I'm heading towards in case you don't know, we're going to need those Nether Stars. They're needed as an essential part of things, as well as Ender Shards. Are they called Ender Shards? Ender Shard? Yes, Ender Shards. They're made with Eyes of Ender on a Stygian Anvil. Fair enough. We're going to need those to capture a Wither, essentially. So why don't I actually make one? I'm not sure if one of those will do, or if we need to capture multiple. Oops. Let's just make an Eye of Ender. And let's also make one of you. So I'm going to need a nether quartz and Stygian iron plate. Okay, one of you. I'm going to need the hammer. And the most common thing what we've got in our inventory, just because of the chicken, which I still need to expand that into a farm, is the nether quartz itself. So let's put that on there. I assume that's going first. This is going second. And there we go. And then we can put that back on and put the Eye of Ender on. And there we go. We've got an Ender Shard. And of course we can get all this stuff back and just replace it back with our automated setup for making the bare meshes. So we've got an Ender Shard on us. Oh, we've got 3 actually. Okay. We maybe get multiple. No problem. Let's put the die away for now. So if you've been looking at my inventory, you may understand how I'm going to go about this. We want a farm that isn't fully automated. It's just to get us a few wither kills. Right. So to do that, we need to build a cage for the wither, which we're going to do. And the one thing you're going to need, you're going to find more than anything else. Well, first of all, dark steel. But dark steel is relatively easy to make. You just crush obsidian in a pulverizer. And then this is just this temporary setup. We feed it into an induction smelter with some steel. And you get dark steel out of it. That's relatively straightforward. It's just a bit slow. So you see these gold patches around the corners. They're upgrade kits, or at least that's the second tier of upgrade kit. So if we have a look in here, in JEI, upgrade kit, 4 tiers. You need to craft each one before going to the next one. I got some of these as quest rewards or loot bag rewards or something, but you still need the previous tiers. So for the first one, this is some Invar and bronze. The second one, some Electrum and silver. The third one, it gets a bit more expensive with Signalum and Cryotheum. And the fourth one, well, yes, even more so. However, I just went and put 2 in and then made a couple of augments. The auxiliary reception coil, or just look at reception coil. You can put it in more than once. It makes the buffer of power bigger, but it also uses up more per operation, while at the same time giving you more speed. It's speed that I actually want more than anything else there. So we've got that going, and yeah, everything else is being supplied. So I'm just about to run out of steel. That's not a problem, because the main shortage you're going to have, unless you've been doing a lot of sieving, are the grains of infinity. And let me just process these. Just going to get a couple of, wow, I don't have enough for a couple of stacks. We want reinforced obsidian. And we want that because it's witherproof, i.e. the wither's explosion can't get rid of it. And it needs 4 grains of infinity for 1 reinforced obsidian. So I took some gravel, and let me just clean up my inventory. Let's put all you back in here. I'm going to take some more gravel down there. That's enough. And we're going to make sure that while I'm away building the cage and showing you how to build that, we are going to make sure our system is sieving stuff, because it is going to need a lot of those grains. I've already made 62 reinforced obsidian. We probably want about 86, 87 of that stuff. And what have we got right now up here? 16. That's enough for 4 more reinforced obsidian. I'm probably going to be running short. Let me just grab some concrete while I'm here as well. You can make white concrete powder with bone meal, sand, and gravel, and put it through one of these hoppers, and you will get white concrete out of it. So we have something to build with that just isn't plain old rock. Right, so let's just make those extra couple of pieces of reinforced obsidian. Let's put them away. Reinforced obsidian. Someone was saying, am I going to get to auto crafting fairly soon? If you haven't used AE2, auto crafting is really nice. But if you have, don't worry, we are going to get there. It's just it's pretty much as fast to actually go through manual crafting at the moment. Only when we get up to lots of stuff being crafted at once that we're going to get to auto crafting. And yeah, now we need to change the inputs there to be just the left. Yeah, there we go. That's fine. So we'll just make sure we don't get two stacks of pulverized obsidian. It's going to pile back in here now, but that's not a problem. The main thing is now steel, and steel is it's being made up in our blast furnace. So if we just head over to our mining world, and let's build some kind of farm over here. All right, I attempted to build it in there, but yes, lava and my potential loss of items aside, I was going to build it out here in the open somewhere. Doesn't really much matter where. Here should do. And that's not going to work. I didn't build the paxel, did I? 1 second. Okay, so you're going to want to build a 3x5 grid. The wither, I think, is 3x3, but I tend to leave 3x4 interior just in case. I don't want it to accidentally get squeezed through any of the walls. So to do this, I've built a mob grinder from Draconic Evolution, and I hopefully get this the right way around. 1 second. I think it's this way. That looks like that should be facing the inside, doesn't it? But then there's this side as well, and yeah, never quite sure. I'm sure we'll find out pretty quickly, to be honest. And we're going to need to feed power into this, so this is where things are going to be a little bit strained, maybe. Let's just put it on the back here, and let's see if that feeds into it. Yeah, that's got to be the inside. Okay. Just can't remember the animations. I have used these before, just not the animations. This is feeding off our power network, and it's not really doing much at the moment, except that it is active, so anything that puts in front of it, it should kill. And if it kills stuff, then we want to make sure we capture it, don't we? So I'm going to need some kind of chest. Let's just use a regular chest for now. I probably want to use something better than that. But I'm also going to get an item collector, that should pick things up immediately and put it into the chest if I drop it. Let's just drop this lever. Yep, there it goes. It's in the chest. And then we're going to want to build a cage around it. And that generally means I probably want to think about having space in various places. So if we want to put something like this, and then down, I can get access to place the bottom sand block, the soul sand block for the wither. And that means above that, I normally want the ability to place the upper block. Okay, and let's just put you aside here for a second. So the upper block will go here, right there, in fact. And I can get into that side and this side as long as I'm here. So I generally will leave, block either side that way. And that's pretty much it. We've got this H on one side. And then you can fill pretty much everywhere else in with obsidian. The only problem is you don't want to be stood on this side because these holes, well, things won't go too well for you if you basically let yourself get killed by that wither explosion. So I'm just going to fill it in both of these, and you'll see quickly why we're going to use up a lot of reinforced obsidian here. So internally that leaves 3x3, but what we should probably think about is actually doing 3x4 internal. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, and then that means the top is here. And this, of course, will be again another 3x5. And you can begin to see now why we'll use that much up. I've got 18 blocks left. That's nowhere near enough, clearly. So let me just put these down. And we will just use them up. And then hopefully I will have enough grains of infinity. And unless this... Oh, no. Got 3 blocks left. So what am I going to need? I'm going to need 6, 7, 8, 9, I think. And that should be hopefully complete. I don't think the grinder is subject to the wither explosion. And of course, this side, I'm not going to worry too much about it. This is kind of a temporary block that I tend to use. I almost want a block placer for that, and it will always place soul sand, but yeah, I'm not going to worry too much about it. In fact, I'll just put that block there. May even want to use a reinforced obsidian at some point. Anyway, I'm going to go and get the rest of the reinforced obsidian built, and we'll come back for the first attempt. All right, attempt number 1. Withers up. Will it actually work? Well, we'll see once it explodes, when it becomes vulnerable. It's certainly in there. And it's still in there. So is this the wrong way around? Does it need a redstone signal? Yeah, but Wither certainly doesn't like it. So while that's a bit of a problem, why don't we see if I can just get this ender shard? Oh, it's got googly eyes. But Wither with googly eyes is not good. Has this been coded? It has to be hit mob with shard capture. Okay. Has that captured? No. Shard. Oh, hang on. Does it? Yeah, hit it with the shard. Should be left click, shouldn't it? There we go. Captured mob. With the kills not of 1. Okay, so why don't we just hit it with our sword? Sword. Let's kill it manually. Okay, doable. Doable with our regular katana. And in here we've got some Supremium Essence, some Infernium Essence, and a Nether Star. This isn't enchanted to do looting or anything like that, so we have it working. This, however, is not working. You're going to need something else. Let me just go and check. And yes, I got it the wrong way around. You'd think even there's something circulating like a, I don't know, a grinder, that might be the thing. Where did my power... Oh, hang on. Yeah, that might be the side that should face the mob. But no, it's the side with the skull, of course it is. So this side apparently is just maybe a fan instead. This really does look like it should be the side that's facing the mob, though. I'd rather everything just be plain rather than having two sides that you don't quite know which way around they are. Anyway, once you remember which way around they are, it's fine. Go and look it up. And you should be fine. That should be back to full energy again. And let's go. And this is why leaving holes on the other side is not always a good idea. So what we may well do is have block places of some kind later. I'm not quite sure if there's any that go through blocks, and if there is, that's fine because we just fill these in with reinforced obsidian. Anyway, this is a temporary farm, so it's not like I need to have a lot of stuff out here all that much. Is that ender shard fine? With a kill 0 of 1. I did kill it. Anyway, we're about to get kills by another method now, so let's just put these in. And then I'll go and research that. So, skull, skull, skull. And let's wait for the explosion again. Will it die this time? Explosion coming up anytime now. Dead. Nether Stars. And Withering Souls. What are Withering Souls useful? Withering Soul. What are you used for? You can make a skeleton, a skull, or we can also make the Nether Star crooks. So we are going to need them to be able to, well, if we're going to grow them naturally, I guess, we're going to want the Nether Star crooks to grow Nether Stars with. Anyway, I have a Wither Killer. A nice little box with lots of explosions on this side of it. Anyway, off to kill more of it. I'm actually just going to... yeah, I want to just get rid of you for a second. I'm not sure how much it's actually going to use per wither. Let's have a look. That's 500,000. Okay. Let's just kill another one. And I'm just going to see how much energy that it consumes. And see what I can find out about this ender shard, about why it didn't take the kill that I did originally. And that is good. 1, 2, 3. Up you go. And let's back away. All right. So I'll see you in a little while once I've killed a few more withers. It actually just needed another manual kill and it was perfectly fine then. It's now glowing, which is exactly what we want for wood later, so let's put that away. We're going to need some insanium essence now, so let's just make sure I've got enough of that. Because we want to make Nether Star seeds. Seeds. And that is a tier 6 recipe, so we need a tier 6 crafting seed and 4 Nether Stars. So tier 6 needs tier 5, etc, etc. Do I have a tier 5? No, I probably don't have much. Do I have that tier? Yes, I do. So we can just basically craft down using this recipe, and that works perfectly fine. So I'm just going to get some of those, some of these, and we should be okay. So if I just get those 4, put that in the middle. And is it this one next, or is it this one? Into medium. There we go. And put this in here. Get to the tier 4. Then the tier 5. And then it's tier 6, isn't it? So, insanium. There we go. Tier 6. So, nether seeds. Nether star seeds. There we go. So we got the tier 6. We now need 4 more insanium, which means I am 1 short. Nearly right. There we go. And the rest of it is still building up in that crafter, so we can always get more later. And then we just want the infusion stone in here. I'm not going to put the automatic recipe in place because I probably won't be using that much insanium in essence form, that is. So Nether Star seeds, Nether Star seed, and we got Nether Star seeds. Oh, tier 6, so nice. Will that work with dirt? I wonder. Let's just put it in a cloche and let's see what happens. Again, just like normal here. I'm just going to change the output of this to be brown, I think. Yeah, brown. Always active. And 1 piece of dirt, Nether Star seeds. Oh, I can't grow you in a cloche, really? Okay, well, we'll have to go with the old-fashioned way of doing it then. So that's unless we can actually use it with a crux in a cloche. Let me see what the uses are. Tier 6 crop. No, it just says crop. It doesn't suggest I can do anything with a cloche. Another star crux. So let's just look at the cruxes. And that's going to need a bit more insanium. Yes. Quite a bit more insanium. Right. Okay, so block of diamonds easy enough. And now we're going to need 9, 18, 19, 20. 20 times 4. So that is 80 of this, which takes a while. However, you can get more of it from the wither. It does seem to drop as part of the wither's drops. So I guess I can go and get some wither skeleton heads. Oh, let's have a stack of 63 of them maybe. And plenty of soul sand. And I can see, I'm going to get some more soul sand from over here. I can go and see now if I can actually get some more of that supremium. Otherwise, I may have to be crafting for a little while. Yeah. But it does work. Alright, so I'll see you once I'm on the other side of that. Now, in my previous series, particularly in the StoneBlock series, I think it was Project Ozone 2 that I did. I did an automation with this whole setup that involves, well, not really for wither, I don't think, I might have done, but for regular mobs. And if you wanted to do this, I'm going to be doing this manually for a little while. I don't need to do it automatically just yet, but because we're working towards that wood farm. What I was going to say is there is a way to completely automate the placing of this stuff. Now, if you want to do that and have this kind of setup, what you will want to do is you want 2 boxes, essentially. You want a box that's a spawner, which is just like that, but it doesn't have to be reinforced obsidian, I don't think. And it basically will just place the blocks. And you want to place the T-shape and then the heads last using like open blocks block placers or something along those sort of lines. and you make sure that this the last one gets placed in one of the heads, and that will work. That, you might think, well, if you've not put reinforced obsidian around, it's going to break out and then attack you. Well, yeah, that's why the second part comes in. Draconic Evolution, you see we've already got the dislocation sort of charms. They're not called dislocation charms anymore. Dislocate, ores. These. Yeah, so we've already explored this bit, and we've not gone to the advanced dislocator yet, but it is going to be a fairly straightforward evolution of the existing ones. However, it also has a receptacle, and the receptacle is stuff we can already craft. Yep, obsidian, blaze, draconium dust. That just pulverized draconium ingots. We can already craft that, and you can basically create a teleportation frame. When anything hits it, doesn't really much matter what, it will immediately move to wherever you've put the dislocator that you attach to it. Just like the pedestals, you attach the dislocator to the portal. And then the wither will get basically instantaneously teleported to wherever you put the... Ooh, is that something in there? Did I take off the... Oh, no, it's still there. It's fine. I was going to say, yes, it'll instantly get teleported into, presumably, your second box, which is made up like this. Not necessarily exactly like this. You could make a larger area on the inside, but you're going to make it something like this, and you have your automatic killing grinder in here, and it does the job really, really very well. I think it was Project Ozone 2. I had just mobs falling out of midair, because you can also make Draconic Evolutions mob spawners, I think? Mob spawner? Is it Draconic Evolution? Yeah, stabilized mob spawners. You basically craft up a draconium core with a broken spawner, let's say blazes or something, and then once you apply redstone signals or a lever of some kind, and it starts spawning mobs like crazy, and you just drop them into a portal, and they just get dropped into a common box with just one mob grinder. Saves you crafting more grinders. And it's quite pretty to look at as well. So do take a look at the channel for that kind of thing if you've not seen it done before. I'm just going to skip it on this series because we just want to keep making sure we're doing something a little bit new with each series we actually do with anything with modern Minecraft. It can become a bit samey if you use all the same mods. So that's why I'm quite happy with the Woot mod. There's also a new mod in, I think it's one of Direwolf 20's actual mods as well. It's just been added to the pack. So I've got lots of new things I want to actually look at. But for now, I need to kill a few more withers. I'll be back with you very soon. And while doing all that manually, I thought, well, is there going to be something else that we can actually do? And there is. The Wither Builder. It's from Industrial Foregoing, which I think is the replacement for MFR. Someone did send a comment in an earlier episode. And we can make one of those, except we need some steel casings. And we also need plastic. Now, plastic we don't have, or we haven't produced yet. And it comes from, if you have a look at this, to get started you need, well, let's open the full manual, to place a tree fluid extractor in front of a log to collect latex and pump it to latex processing unit with some water to get tiny rubber. Tiny rubber then can be used, let's get the plastic up, there it is, to make plastic. We just have to smelt it, which is good. Okay, I have set this up over here, so we've got a type of tree fluid extractor. And we've got a latex processing unit. It slowly breaks whatever you put in front of it, the log in this case, and that gets extracted into this internal latex tank. This doesn't take any power, this tree fluid extractor. No idea why, it just doesn't. And behind here, I've got a sink, giving us infinite water. And up here, I've just got, just for this sake, a blue channel for our fluids. And that's going to go up here where it's inserting on blue, and both the water and the tree fluid extractor's latex is going into the latex processing unit, and here it is on both of these. And of course the ender fluid conduits, which is why I like them so much, can handle multiple fluids at once. So we've got tiny dry rubber. It's not a great deal, is it? And tiny dry rubber is not going to do too well because we need to make just dry rubber. And then this can be put in a furnace to make plastic. I guess there's one piece of plastic. I actually need two. So yes, I'm going to have to get more of those. And this is just going to break eventually, fairly soon, in fact, I would imagine anyway. So hopefully enough for me to get another piece of plastic out here. If not, well, I'll figure it out. And from what I've been reading, now that I've made the Wither Builder, just took another log to place, it basically builds the Wither above itself. Now, I don't know which way it has to be facing. This is the only downside to doing this. But we can certainly do and give it a try. We'll have to fight off the Wither manually if it doesn't work. So you see, that is the spot I want it to build a Wither at. And it should build above itself. So 1 block above wherever this is. And I'm hoping that this means that, you know, which direction it's actually facing. Show working area. Oh, that's not the right way around. That's the wrong way. I want it to build the other way. Is there any way for me to change the sides of this? It would be nice if I could rotate it. Can I replace it? You know, it's probably going to have me rebuild this whole thing, you know. Because, you know, why wouldn't you? And the thing's got it, the item collector. There we go. Okay, now show the working area. Yes. So annoying when people don't have a way to rotate this, unless there is a way to rotate it, but industrial. Is it industrial foregoing? Yeah. Industrial foregoing. And it'd be nice if some guy to rotate you. Don't see any immediate way of doing that, unless a spanner will work. Well, we'll see. Let's see if there's any way to do it with, you know, another mod's crescent hammer. Nope, it's not responsive to another mod's crescent. Well, another mod's wrench. I may have to rebuild this then. And this is the bit that could get dangerous. Down there, we've got that Wither Builder. And it's now connected to power. And I rebuilt the box. Its working area shows 3 by 3 by 1, so I'm going to assume the Withers are going to be perfectly fine in that. Assume. But it should be fine. We'll see. And I'll just put the ground back. I'll fill this in later. However, on this side, we've got our chest. And we've got some soul sand, and we've got some Wither skeleton skulls in here. I'm just going to leave enough for 1 Wither in there. And I'm going to grab my item conduit here. And I'm not going to be able to connect to that directly, am I? I need to go underneath. Okay. There we go. And now, oh, actually, I may need to just step down there for a second just to configure this. I'm going to set this to extract all, and all was active. Now that should go immediately and send all that stuff to the Wither Builder, which it has. Wither Builder has now built said Wither, which is now appearing in front of our grinder, which is about to die. Which sends the stuff from the Wither back into this chest. I like it. More importantly, we can, oh God, I may regret this, pump in lots of stuff, and it will start making withers. More than 1 wither at once. Oh no. Oh. Yes. So, if they escaped, that would be a bit of a problem. But they didn't escape, so we're fine. And I've still got this cough. This is really annoying. Okay, so we've now got a box that basically lets us kill withers at will, and as fast as we can supply it with items. You'll see there's a bunch of stuff in here. So what I was considering doing is actually having 2 boxes. We have one maybe with our item collector on it. So if I just take this off for a second, and we're going to put the item collector in on the ender chest, which is going to just go here. Yeah, that's going to pick up any loot, which can go in our system. For now, we can just pop that back in there. And I think that's everything. Looks like everything. And then this box will literally just serve as a thing that will start up the wither. So now I need to go and see how many more wither skeleton skulls I can find. Oh my. I have 537 wither skeleton skull fragments. That's 21. And it gave up at that point. Let's just keep on asking for more of those things. Yeah, so we've got nearly a stack of wither skeleton skulls. And skulls, let's just look. Yep, we have even more. So let's just take a full stack. It needs to be divided by 3, so 1 less than a full stack. And then we just need soul sand, and we've got lots of soul sand. Oh, this is going to be a bit interesting. Yeah, well, we've got to test it somehow, haven't we? It wouldn't be right to do this without testing it. No, and why? You definitely need to capacity test something, don't you? Yeah. Let me just, for a second, let me make sure that the chunk I'm in right now is claimed and chunk loaded. And run away. Withers should start anytime soon. Yep, there they go. And they're going to stack like crazy. And yeah, they should start appearing, well, giving us our loot in the main system. And they'll start exploding at this point. It depends how fast we can pipe stuff to that bottom wither builder as to how fast it will actually make stuff. But this seems to be pretty fast. I've seen things do it faster than this, but you know, one every few seconds withers, at least as long as your ingredients last, isn't too bad. Aside from the fact that maybe everyone on the server can see those wither lines. Hopefully not. Hopefully just in that dimension. In any case, let's take a look at the essence count now. We want the infusion stone, and I want the essence. All right, so we've got 12 insanium. And I've got 39 supremium, so I want 8 of this. And that will make 2 blocks and 2 insanium. That should get us our crux. Yep, which presumably will then work for crops. Can I actually plant you, by the way? Let's just take a look. Seeds. Can I actually plant you in the cloche directly now that I have that? Let me just double check. 1. No, such a shame. Okay, so the other way of doing it is just the way we did previously. Let's just knock this through. Did I put that there for... Oh, growth crystals, yes. I think we can actually put them a little bit further down. Let me just drop down and make sure I've got them 1 level below. In fact, let's put that one there, because we've only got 1 set of seeds so far. So Nether Star Crux, dirt presumably, and then Nether Star seeds. Or do I need to till the land first? I may need to till the land. Let's just get you sorted. Get a hoe and some water on the subject. Sink. I'll probably just make another one. I'm going to need a bucket. And some water, which I can grab from over here now. Do we get a sprinkler back? And the hoe. All right, so let's hoe the ground. And can we plant seeds now? We can. Good. Growth is 0. Okay, so we want to make sure the sprinkler's on, at least temporarily. And that may need a tank to do so. Let's just grab you. Tank. I don't need anything major. Just something. Oh, you're already up to 28%. Interesting. And we'll get a harvester as well. Yep, automated, just as we've done previously. And let's put you there. In fact, hang on. Yeah, it was this way around, I think. That is 15 by 15. Nope. 3 by 3. In fact, let's just move it one further in and just go for 1 by 1. Then it isn't checking all those spots. Show the preview. Yeah, that's exactly where we're looking for. And it needs a bit of RF, but that's an easy one to solve. And then we just want a sprinkler and a tank. What should we use for a tank? Well, quantum tank is probably a little bit on the overkill side for this, but yeah, let's just use it for now. It's a quick fix. I want my fluid conduits. You can export always active. You can insert always. That's filling you, and then we put the sprinkler on top, hopefully. Yep, that's hopefully going to keep that hydrated. And I have those growth crystals. So, do we have anything yet? No, I'm going to need a flux point for you. Just 1 point. Which needs more flux cores, but we can already make those. What else do we actually want? I suppose I could send it into the system with an ender chest, but we'll just see whether it's actually working first of all before I connect that up. And finally, those growth crystals. I think I've got a few of them, but I think they're all underground. I wonder if they'll stack if I put them all underneath each other. That actually may be worth testing, because if we can do that, that really should speed this up. So, how many have I got? 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And works in a 9x9 farm, checks up to 10 blocks up or down. Can be used as a water source. Interesting, water source. So we could use that with a sprinkler or something along those lines. Okay, let's head out for a second. 42%. Those growth crystals aren't really doing all that much, but I will check anyway. And let's just put you here. Let's set to network, the battery power network. Good. And you're charged. Requires redstone, always on. And I think we turn off the preview. That's done. So they should start appearing in here, or the Nether Star Essence, whatever it is, Nether Star Crop. Once we're done, I guess I have my little watering can that we can use. Shift right click and whoa, oh, I shouldn't have done that. Oh. Shift right click. And let's see if that actually affects it. Okay, that is working now. It's got up to 6 Nether Star Essences, and it's entirely passive. It takes up to 27 of those, however, to get 1 Nether Star. So if anyone can think of any additional ways to improve this, I don't have the imaginary time block. I had a look for that. That's in previous series. I did replace the dirt with fertilized ground. We've got this keeping it nice and basically wet. And I guess we can use this, and maybe that will actually improve it. Well, maybe. 7. Guess I can start it up again. See if that's any good. Not terribly good, is it, by comparison? So no, I'm going to turn that off. So do we have anything else in StoneBlock that can speed this up? There is the Fertilizer, which is an industrial foregoing block, but I assume that's going to be the same as bone mealing. I don't think you can bone meal Nether Star seeds. Easy enough to check. Let's just... Or can we? 8. Yeah, nothing happening. So I assume the bone meal is right out of the question. yeah, so over to you guys. It is pretty much the end of the episode. We're up to about half an hour-ish, maybe a bit beyond. So, thoughts? I can always fight more withers. That's not really a problem. I can just get more soul sand and feed that machine. But, yeah, do let me know. Anyway, hope you liked this episode. We've got a nice, essentially an automatic with a farm now. We just need to feed it with skulls. And that's pretty much it. I've only got 41 left. So there will be more in the old mob farm over there, because that's generating with the skulls and with the skull fragments. But for now, I think that's pretty much good enough. So, feel free to like, subscribe, share as you normally would. Let me know in the comments below if you've got any ideas based on this episode, or you want to see anything that you've seen in this episode expanded or anything like that. If you're confused with anything, let me know. Otherwise, auto withers. Auto withers are good, but woot will make it even better. Now that just means that we'll get Nether Stars without actually having to spawn the wither, which I like from a nice sort of performance point of view. There goes our withers, and we're done for today. As always, guys, thanks for watching.